Have you ever felt bloated for no reason, tired even after a full night's sleep, foggy, moody, or just off? You've tried the supplements, the trendy diets, the probiotic of the month, and still something feels out of balance. Here's the truth most people miss. Almost every signal your body sends, from your energy to your mood to your skin, traces back to one place, your gut. And healing it isn't about a quick fix or a magic pill, it's about something deeper, something whole. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to support your gut the holistic way and why it changes everything. Most people think of the gut as just a digestion machine. Food goes in, waste comes out, end of story. But the truth is far more fascinating. Your gut is home to trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and other tiny life forms that together form what we call the microbiome. And this microbiome doesn't just help you digest food, it shapes nearly every system in your body. Roughly 70% of your immune system lives in and around your gut. That means the strength of your defenses against colds, infections, and chronic inflammation starts right there. About 90% of your serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter that influences mood, calm, and even sleep, is produced in the gut, not the brain. Your skin, your hormones, your weight, your mental clarity, your energy levels, all of it is deeply tied to what's happening in your digestive system. There's even a direct communication highway between your gut and your brain called the gut-brain axis. When your gut is inflamed or imbalanced, your brain feels it. When your mind is stressed, your gut responds. So when something feels off in your body, the gut is almost always part of the conversation. Healing it changes everything downstream. Now, before we go further, let's clear something up. The word holistic gets thrown around a lot these days, often attached to expensive teas, restrictive cleanses, or a single miracle supplement. That's not what we're talking about here. Holistic simply means whole. It means looking at your gut not as an isolated organ, but as part of a much bigger system, connected to your mind, your emotions, your sleep, your stress, your movement, and your environment. You can take the best probiotic on the market, but if you're sleeping 4 hours a night and living in constant stress, your gut won't heal. You can eat clean all day, but if you're rushing through every meal, your digestion suffers. True gut health isn't one fix. It's many small, intentional habits working together. That's the holistic way. Let's start where it all begins, your plate. Food is the single most powerful tool you have to shape your gut, 3 times a day, every day. Think of your microbiome as an inner garden. The bacteria living inside you are like seeds, and what you eat is the soil and water. Feed them well, and they flourish. Feed them poorly, and the whole ecosystem suffers. The foundation is simple: whole, unprocessed foods. Vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, whole grains, quality proteins, and healthy fats. The closer a food is to its natural state, the more your gut knows what to do with it. Next, focus on fiber. And not just any fiber, but a wide variety of it. Research suggests that people who eat 30 or more different plant foods each week have significantly more diverse and resilient microbiomes. So instead of eating the same 5 vegetables on repeat, mix it up. Rotate your greens, try new fruits, throw different beans into your meals, sprinkle seeds on your salads. Diversity is the goal. Then there are fermented foods, nature's original probiotics. Sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, plain yogurt, miso, and kombucha all contain live cultures that help populate your gut with beneficial bacteria. Try to include a small serving of something fermented every day. A spoonful of sauerkraut with lunch, a bit of kefir in the morning. Small amounts add up. Don't forget prebiotics, which are the fibers that feed those good bacteria. You'll find them in foods like onions, garlic, leeks, asparagus, oats, green bananas, and apples. Probiotics bring the seeds. Prebiotics fertilize the soil. You need both. Hydration matters too. Water keeps things moving through your digestive tract and supports the mucus lining that protects your gut wall. Aim for steady hydration throughout the day, not gulping a liter at once. And what should you reduce? Ultra-processed foods, excess added sugar, artificial sweeteners, and industrial seed oils. These tend to feed the wrong kinds of bacteria, irritate the gut lining, and drive inflammation. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. 80% of the time, choose real food. Your gut will reward you in ways you can actually feel. Now, before we move on, there's something important I want to share with you, because even when you do everything right with food, the fiber, the fermented foods, the variety, many people still feel stuck, still bloated, still sluggish, still unable to fully empty their bowels the way nature intended. That's because there's often a hidden layer underneath it all, up to 10 pounds of old, toxic buildup clogging the intestines and quietly sabotaging digestion from the inside. I recently came across something fascinating, a strange 8,000-year-old underwater gut superfood that just one pinch of has been helping thousands of people restart their digestion and feel light again, without restrictive diets, expensive probiotics, or medications. If you want to see how it works, point your phone's camera at the QR code on the screen right now to watch the full presentation. There's also a link pinned in the comments below for easy access. Now, back to the next pillar, because food alone isn't the whole picture. Here's something most people overlook. You can eat the cleanest diet in the world, and if you're chronically stressed, your gut will still struggle. Stress is one of the most underestimated forces working against your digestive health. When you're under constant pressure, deadlines, traffic, bills, scrolling through bad news, your body stays locked in fight or flight mode. In that state, blood flow is pulled away from your digestive system, your gut lining becomes more permeable, your microbiome shifts toward less helpful bacteria, and digestion slows down dramatically. Over time, this creates inflammation, bloating, irregularity, and even food sensitivities that didn't exist before. There's a key player in this story called the vagus nerve. Think of it as the main communication cable between your brain and your gut. When you're calm, the vagus nerve is active, sending signals that say it's safe to digest, repair, and absorb. When you're stressed, that signal weakens and your gut essentially goes offline. The good news is you can activate that calm state on purpose. Try taking 5 slow, deep breaths before every meal. Step outside and feel the sun on your skin. Walk in nature without your phone. Journal in the morning. Pray, meditate, or simply sit in silence for a few minutes a day. These aren't luxuries, they're gut medicine. Stress management isn't separate from gut health. It is gut health. If stress is the silent disruptor, sleep is the silent healer. While you sleep, your body does some of its most important repair work, and your gut is no exception. Your microbiome actually follows a daily rhythm, rising and falling with your sleep-wake cycle. When that rhythm gets thrown off, the balance of bacteria shifts, digestion slows, and inflammation creeps in. Studies suggest that even a few nights of poor sleep can measurably alter your gut bacteria. And it works the other way too. An imbalanced gut can make it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. It's a loop, and you get to decide which direction it spins. Here's how to support it. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, including weekends. Get sunlight in your eyes within the first hour of waking. This sets your internal clock. As the day winds down, dim the lights and reduce screen time. Try to finish eating 2 to 3 hours before bed so your digestive system can rest while you do. You don't need a perfect routine, you just need a consistent one. When your sleep stabilizes, your gut follows. And when your gut follows, everything feels lighter. Movement is another piece of the puzzle that often gets overlooked when we talk about gut health. But your body was built to move, and your microbiome knows it. Regular physical activity has been shown to increase microbial diversity, improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and help everything in your digestive tract flow the way it should. You don't need to crush yourself at the gym. In fact, overtraining can actually stress the gut and work against you. What matters most is consistent, moderate movement. A brisk 20-minute walk after meals is one of the simplest, most powerful habits for digestion. Strength training a few times a week supports metabolism and reduces inflammation. Yoga, stretching, and mobility work activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the gut. Find what you enjoy and what fits your life. Dance in your kitchen, hike on weekends, take the stairs, garden, play with your kids. Movement isn't punishment for what you ate. It's a conversation with your body, and your gut is listening. Your gut doesn't just respond to what you eat, it responds to everything you're exposed to. And in modern life, that exposure adds up faster than most people realize. Antibiotics, while sometimes necessary, can wipe out beneficial bacteria along with the harmful ones. Use them only when truly needed, and rebuild your microbiome afterward with fermented foods and fiber. Antibacterial soaps and harsh cleaning products used excessively can disrupt the natural microbes on your skin and in your environment. A little dirt isn't the enemy. It's part of how your immune system stays sharp. Alcohol, smoking, and frequent use of over-the-counter pain relievers like ibuprofen can all irritate the gut lining over time. Plastics, pesticides, and synthetic fragrances contain compounds that may interfere with your hormones and microbiome. The goal isn't to live in fear, it's to make informed, small swaps. Choose glass over plastic when you can. Filter your water. Read labels. Spend more time outside. Your gut thrives in a cleaner, calmer environment, inside and out. Let's go back to that vagus nerve for a moment, that communication highway between your brain and your gut. The way you eat actually matters as much as what you eat, because the state you're in when food enters your body determines how well your body can use it. Eating in a hurry, standing up, scrolling through your phone, or arguing at the dinner table puts your nervous system in stress mode. Your gut can't fully digest in that state, but when you slow down and eat with awareness, something shifts. Digestion activates, nutrients absorb better, cravings calm down. Try this. Before your next meal, take 3 slow breaths. Look at your food, notice the colors, the smell, chew thoroughly, at least 20 times per bite. Put your fork down between bites. Eat without screens whenever possible. Express a moment of gratitude, however quiet, for the meal in front of you. These small shifts sound simple, but they transform your digestion. Eating becomes nourishment, not just fuel. So how does all of this come together in real life? Let's walk through what a gut-supportive day might look like. Nothing extreme, just realistic. You wake up around the same time each morning. You step outside, even for just 5 minutes, and let the sunlight hit your eyes. You drink a glass of water before anything else. Breakfast includes some fiber, maybe some fermented food, and you eat it sitting down without your phone. Mid-morning, you take a short walk. Lunch is colorful and varied, different vegetables than yesterday. After eating, you walk again, even if only for 10 minutes. The afternoon brings a few deep breaths between tasks. Dinner is earlier rather than later, finished 2 to 3 hours before bed. The evening winds down with dim lights, less screen time, and a consistent bedtime. That's it. No extremes, no perfection, just rhythm. Do this most days, most weeks, and your gut will quietly transform. Consistency, not intensity, is what creates lasting change. Here's the truth to carry with you. Gut health isn't a 30-day challenge or a product you buy. It's a lifelong relationship with your body, one built on small, steady choices that compound over time. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to begin. Eat one more plant today. Take one deep breath before your next meal. Sleep a little earlier tonight. Walk a little longer tomorrow. Your gut has an incredible capacity to heal when you give it what it actually needs. Trust the process. Trust your body. And remember, every small choice is a vote for the version of yourself you're becoming.